Alright, so before we start replacing the roof, we do a systems checks on the 110 and 12 volt at the time. If we find anything wrong, the tech will note it and we will call the customer and let him know what we have found, and he will let us know if they want it fixed or not fixed. We remove all inside vent shrouds and AC parts and put trash bags in the holes to catch any sawdust that will fall from cutting holes later in the roof process. We also cover all beds with drop cloths to keep them clean. We remove all roof fixtures from the roof and all moldings. Then we cut the rubber from around the vent openings and the sides of the roof. To remove all old caulking, we do not remove the rubber from the roof because it can become a moisture barrier between the new decking and the old. To make a clean surface, we redeck the roof with a 1/4-inch Luan plywood. A lot of other dealers remove all rubber and then sand the glue and lay the rubber back down, but that will not hold the rubber in the long run. So when we start decking, we countersink all holes in the wood so the screw does not stick up there above the wood. To make a clean looking roof, we also bevel the edges of the wood so when the rubber goes on, it flows nice over the edge and there are no sharp edges. We tape all the wood seams with fiber tape and tape the edges with duct tape just to prevent any sharp edges that may have been missed from coming through the rubber. We then measure our rubber and make it 1 foot longer than the roof so we have enough to tuck under the front cap. We start in the middle of the roof with the rubber rolled up and start gluing about 2 foot at a time and roll the rubber out and go from there till the roof is laid, cutting any unnecessary holes for pipes as needed. We do not stop till all the rubber is laid so it can all dry evenly. Once all rubber is laid, we let it dry before cutting holes for vents. While waiting to put roof fixtures back on the roof, we start reinstalling the moldings. Unlike the factory, we do not put butyl putty on the moldings. We lift the rubber on the edges and install the putty on the side wall of the unit, then lay the rubber over it. This will better prevent water from getting in the screw holes. After all moldings are on, we start cutting our holes for the vents and AC opening. We make an X cut on all holes. Then the rubber that is cut, we pull it tight into the openings and staple it to the wood to prevent the rubber coming up and making ripples when installing the vents and other fixtures. Next, we reinstall all roof fixtures, then start caulking the roof with Dicor lap sealant. We use 6-inch wide roof tape around the skylight and seal the edges of the tape.